Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell and join the family. So guys, in this video, we're going to talk about Ye and Milo Yiannopoulos named as defendant in a lawsuit. In this lawsuit, they are claiming forced labor and cruel, inhumane, degrading treatment. The staff were allegedly called new slaves, and Bianca Sensori allegedly sent porn accessible to adult and minor staff. Let's get into it, guys. So basically, it is said based on this lawsuit, Ye had hired a overseas developer team. Comprised of this team are some minors. You know, kids are really good at technology. But what raises a question for me is knowing that Ye wanted them to create a app wherein he could have a streaming platform for basically everything, music, adult entertainment, and all of that. So I don't know why they had kids working on this campaign. The kids should have been kept out of this because from the get-go, Ye told them what, he wanted this for. But what they're saying is that Bianca sent a file. In this file, it contains, porn video, and these could have been accessed by those kids that were working on developing the app. And again, that's why I'm saying they shouldn't have kids working on this campaign. And I think that people need to hold themselves accountable as well, because if they are overseas developers, chances are this lady don't even know who is there, not even thinking that, oh, gee, kids could possibly be part of this developer team, so many red flags in this lawsuit. We're going to get into it. And Milo is clapping back. Milo is theatrical, and I believe the allegations against Milo. I also believe that, and I'm going to keep it real, guys. I believe that Milo held on to these people money and he did not pay them their money, because when went through the lawsuit, basically they charged, I think it was $120,000, and Ye gave Milo the permission to go ahead and pay them. But they're saying that Milo was basically abusive to them. You know that Ye has absolutely nothing to do with this lawsuit. They're basically saying these are Milo's actions, but they're saying that, Ye supported Milo's action, and there's not even a thread or a ounce of anything linking Ye to these behavior. But if it rains, let's blame Ye, right? Now, let's get into this report. We're going to get into the details coming out from TMZ, because TMZ seems to be at the forefront and center of everything. And the lawsuit is giving a scripted sense. Everything that Ye has been accused of in the past, they're bringing this out. And Ye really did not, interact with these people much based on the lawsuit, right? So basically, TMZ saying Kanye West created an app to promote his rap music, fostering a racist environment with brutal work conditions, while his wife Bianca Sensori sent porn videos to staff, which were accessible by minors, according to a new lawsuit. The bombshell suit filed in a U.S. district court named Ye and his former chief of staff, Milo Yiannopoulos, as defendants. You know why they couldn't sue Bianca in this case or name Bianca as a defendant, even though they're saying that she did something so blatantly wrong? It's because Bianca was just doing a job. She had no idea, exactly as I've been telling you guys. She has absolutely no idea the age of the people on the developer team. And normally, I want to ask you guys, if you hear about a developer team, are you going to automatically say, oh my God, there are kids involved here? No, you're not going to think about kids. We know that kids do work, yes, because kids are brilliant. And sometimes some kids are so brilliant that they take up jobs, and some kids, they do have to work because that's just, based on the economy situation and the finances of their country, family, you name it. So some kids have to work. I'm not going to say why are kids working, because I don't see anything wrong if kids are safe, working safe, working, comfortably, and they are doing something that they truly love, and the work is more like play, but they're getting paid, because some kids really do love building stuff. And if they love to create these things and they're getting paid for it and the conditions are favorable, safe, and healthy, nothing wrong with it, right? But in this case, they're saying something else is going on. So let's continue, right? They're saying that the suit alleges Kanye and co. engage in forced labor and cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment. Now, they're also saying the two were accused of making false promises to pay their adult and minor employees and forcing them to work insanely long hours, as they were openly mocked with racist jabs and called new slaves. It all started in spring of 2024 when he decided to launch the Yeezy Vision streaming service app to rival Tidal, Spotify, and Apple Music. The suit says Ye wanted to avoid paying those companies to promote his new album, Vultures. So he and Milo allegedly hired an international developer group comprised of several black members, which is also included underage teens as young as 14 years old. The doc says the employees mostly work remotely, staying in constant communication with Ye, Milo, and their team by using digital and online communication application process such as Discord, Zoom, and Slack. No, guys, I want you to listen carefully. So they are working remotely. They're overseas. Minors as young as 14, several black people, even though they say you don't work with black people. Listen, let's continue, right? So those are some key points that I want you guys to take into consideration, because those key points, they're going to come out later and you're going to see why this lawsuit is so contradictory according to Milo. And that is something that he said. I have to agree. I don't know how this lawsuit even ended up in a courthouse in the first place. That part I must agree with, because it's literally not making much sense. No, they're saying that in April of 2024, right? The doc says, which is a court document, Milo promised to pay $120,000 to the developer group after they completed the app if they agreed to work conditions and didn't complain. Remember, in April of 2024, Milo, Ye hasn't said anything to anyone. They're saying Milo, right? Let's continue. But things quickly went downhill. The suit says Ye ordered all employees to sign a non-disclosure agreement, threatening to fire the minors and refusing to pay them if they didn't, right? So he basically, they're saying that Ye ordered all employees to sign non-disclosure agreements, threatening to fire the minors and refusing to pay them if they don't. Minor developers were also required to sign volunteer agreements. Now, some people may not understand why he would ask minors to sign a volunteer agreement, because based on some labor laws, you cannot hire kids. So it will have to come under a volunteer agreement and you give them a stipend. But this should not be Ye's responsibility. But you can definitely tell that he did the right thing here, because that would be, if he didn't do that, they would have something else against him to sue for. Now, also, when it comes to the non-disclosure agreement, that should not come as any surprise. It is expected when you're working on a project, something especially as sensitive as a application, that you can share or shared. It comes under, sharing trade secrets. So that non-disclosure agreement was warranted, right? So I don't see the big deal with the agreements, the volunteer agreements, and the non-disclosure agreement. But they're saying that he threatened to fire the minors. No, that part is not making any sense, because if he hired a developer group which consists of a few people, and a part of this company consciously chooses to employ minors, how can Ye fire minors from the project when they come as a group, as a package. That's not making any sense. Unless, I mean, they could have said, you know what? Yeah, he told us that he's going to terminate our contracts if we don't have the minors doing this and if we don't have the minors doing that. But yeah is not within the position or power to fire the minors because they're not working directly for him. So that right there, it's definitely not making any sense at all. But let's continue, right? They're saying then ye's white managers who oversaw the foreign and minority workers allegedly used disparaging language to create a hostile work environment. Like, we've heard these allegations so often. And I know some people are going to think it's true. We hear it so often. It's true. No, it's scripted. That's what it is. Someone out there is handing out a script, giving people instructions on how to proceed with suing this man. Okay? It's a damn script. Now, they're saying that in group chats, rather, the Caucasian managers use harassing language towards the underlings. In regarding to their age, race, gender, sexual orientation, and national origin. Some team members were called slave, while others were referred to as new slaves. No, I have to say, as it relates to them saying that, they were abused, gender, sexual orientation, national origin, first of all, this developer group, if you allow those things to happen to your staff and you don't pull your staff out, protect them, you're to be blamed. You are the one who is to be sued and not Ye or Milo. Because it seems as though if you're smart enough to file a lawsuit, you're smart enough to protect your staff, especially the minors. You guys are not making much sense. And it seems as though you people are just after money. You want money for this. You want money for that. Why didn't you nip it in the butt the moment that you started noticing that there's high level of discrimination and disrespect? At one point, they even said that, they were referred to as young school shooter. That's a damn lie. That's not making any sense. Let's get into that portion. No, they're saying that the doc says Milo once sent a chat message with a black brown skin emoji to an African American team member while calling a younger worker a school shooter. The employees were also bullied into working long hours through the night without pay or sleep. No. First of all, I can see why Milo would call anyone a school shooter, especially knowing that they are a overseas developer group. Why would Milo call anyone outside of the United States a school shooter, knowing that that phrase, that term is basically known, to be active around the United States school community? So I honestly believe that that portion is a lie because it's not making any sense. Milo would have to be just dumb and arrogant to do something like that. I believe that they're trying to use things that kind of make sense and would say, oh, because why would Milo say that to someone? I'm not saying that school shootings don't happen everywhere else in the world, but we know that America is highly known for school shootings. So why would Milo call someone else from another country a school shooter? Not making any sense. Also, when they say that they were bullied into working long hours through the night without pay or sleep, is this a one-time thing? And how can you work without sleep? How did that happen? So those things are very questionable. And as such, you would have to see like the court documents to truly know what they're talking about, what really was going on. Now, guys, we're going to continue. They're saying then in late April, Ye announced he was launching an adult film biz called Yeezy Porn with his wife Bianca, sending one worker a file sharing link containing hardcore sexual activity, according to the doc. The minors were not shielded from viewing the smut video. As they developed Ye's porn app, Bianca is not named as a defendant. First of all, what are kids doing on this project? That's my question. Again, no kids should be working on a porn app because as I've said to you guys from the get-go, they knew what they were contracted to do. So you can't say this woman was reckless. You are reckless. You did not protect those minors. Those minors are your staff. You should protect them. As I've said, I don't think Bianca even knew that there were minors assigned to this company. Again, make no mistakes. We don't know Bianca, but I have to give her the benefit of the doubt. We've never heard anything shady or discriminatory about her in terms of that kind of behavior. And as such, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. And if you really think about it, as I've said, if you hear that, oh, send this to our developers in XYZ, are you going to automatically think that that group of developers includes kids? And no, you're not going to think that. So I do, and that is why they could not name Bianca as a defendant in that lawsuit. And I think that if that really happened, as how they said it did, that would be like the seal the deal thing for this lawsuit. But because they know that they're lying because it's not making any sense to me, they did not name her as a defendant in this lawsuit. Now, the final bit of information, they're saying that on May 1st, 2024, after an intense rush period to produce the app, the team allegedly presented Ye with one of the finished apps, but it's not clear in the docs which one. Ye and Milo allegedly never paid the employees for their hard work, leading to them file the lawsuit. The suit is asking for damages for unpaid wages and overtime pay, as well as emotional distress. Okay, so I don't know, but as I've said to you guys, I do believe that Milo got the money because the figure was discussed and he actually told Milo to pay the people. Don't know what Milo did to those people's money. But since the lawsuit, Milo has clapped back. Now, in Milo clapping back, you can see that there's a little bit of undertone there from Milo. Milo is saying a joke lawsuit just dropped by a disgruntled, comically inept black developer I call Autumn Susan, who is mad he didn't get chosen for a full-time Yeezy job. My question, why did he need one, given his record of faking job history, including Yeezy roles he never held? I'll eviscerate the complaints line by line tomorrow on camera, including his bonkers racism claims. Truly, it is the most dishonest thing I've ever seen filed in a court, and I've worked for billionaires and megastars for a decade. He has no standing and doesn't represent either of the acquired apps. Just wait until you read it. Another sad race hustle. It's a no from me, Susan, as in not one dime. No. Did he say, I think he said the company assigned release from a contract agreement with every contributor to every closed and open source project, including parents or guardians, where appropriate. Yeezy porn doesn't exist, so could have been shown to anyone, clones. So that's how he's clapping back. He's basically saying Yeezy, porn, it does not exist. So that could have been shown to anyone. Don't know necessarily what portion of the lawsuit he's talking about there. It could be where he's saying that where they said Bianca sent that file. But I think the Milo actually did something, as I've said to you guys, because you could actually sense it. It's as though he took the money, didn't pay these people. Who knows? Who knows? But I believe that as time passes, we're going to hear more about this. But I can't understand why Ye is being sued because honestly, even though there are a few claims against Ye, I do believe that Milo is the problem. But that's all I have to say about that for this video. Let me know what are your thoughts. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and see you guys later. Bye guys.